Hi, all you healthy humans. Welcome to New Leaf Table TV. I'm your host, Chef E. Today we're making baked ratatouille with a crunchy, cheesy topping. So ratatouille is a classic French dish where they threw in all the seasonal vegetables, but it gained popularity over time. And today we are going to give it a twist with a cheesy pork rind topping that's going to add flavor and crunch. So first of all, we have our eggplant. So eggplant has this deep purple hue. This is due to the group of pigmentation called anthocyanins that are powerful water-soluble antioxidants. They help with inflammation and cell repair, but in order to receive most of these benefits, we need to keep the skin on when we're cooking. We also have red bell pepper, zucchini, tomatoes, and onions. So this dish is packed with vitamins and minerals, vitamin C, vitamin A, magnesium. It's full of vegetables, so we love that. We have fresh basil and fresh thyme for topping. We have bone broth, salt and pepper, oregano, some balsamic vinegar for an extra tang, fresh garlic, olive oil, tomato paste, and lastly, we have pork rinds. So we're going to use pork rinds instead of breadcrumbs for a topping to go on top. So crushed up pork rinds are going to be a far more nutrient-dense option than, say, a gluten-free version of breadcrumbs that you could buy in the store that are going to be full of processed starches. They are usually a single ingredient, although you definitely want to check your label and make sure you're getting a clean product. They are also going to add protein to our dish, which is going to help with cell repair and keep you fuller for longer. So let's get started. Go ahead and preheat your oven to 425 degrees. Next up, we're gonna dice some of our vegetables. So go ahead and dice your onions. If those aren't diced, mine are pre-diced. And I'm going to dice my bell pepper. Now you can use any color of bell pepper that you want. I have a red bell pepper. They're all flavorful and will add a lot of depth to this dish. Go ahead and remove your seeds and stems. And then I'm just gonna dice these guys. One of my biggest pet peeves is when I have bell pepper seeds all over the floor in my kitchen. So I definitely try to mitigate that when I cut my bell peppers. Okay, now I'm gonna chop up my basil. I love me some fresh basil. It's one of the most flavorful, wonderful herbs you can add to anything. Okay, now we're gonna take a baking dish. This is a 3.2 quart round baking dish. If you don't have a round baking dish, totally fine. Just use your square 8x8 or any sort of baking dish that you already have, and you can just lay your ingredients thinner. I just like this because it's gonna make the presentation really pretty. So we're gonna add our 1/4 of a cup of bone broth. And then we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Next, I'm gonna add our chopped onion. And then I'm gonna add our diced bell pepper and basil. And then I'm also going to add salt and pepper. And I'm gonna add a teaspoon of oregano. I'm also gonna add 4 cloves of fresh garlic to this mixture. And then give this a good stir. This is gonna serve as the base for our dish. Okay, now we're gonna chop up the rest of our veggies. So we're gonna take our eggplant and cut off the ends and then cut it in half lengthwise. Then we're gonna cut half moons out of our eggplant. You want to try to make for sure and keep your cuts fairly even, so that way everything will cook evenly. Next up, we're gonna slice up our zucchini. I'm gonna slice full rounds with my zucchini just because they're a little bit smaller than our eggplants. I'm gonna try to get it as close to the same size as possible. Okay, now I'm gonna slice up my heirloom tomatoes. And then I'm gonna slice them in half. And get my second one. All right, now we're ready to assemble our veggies in the dish. So I'm gonna take an eggplant, some tomato, and a zucchini and just kind of make a pack of these veggies and lay them in the dish. And I'm just gonna keep assembling my veggies all the way around our baking dish. And I'm just gonna squeeze in my extra veggies if you have a few, wherever you have a little bit of space. All right, now I'm gonna coat everything in olive oil. Get it nice and coated. Now I'm gonna use about a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. This is just gonna add some extra tang to our dish. And then salt and pepper. You always want to add good quality salt and a good quality fat. Anytime you're using vegetables, it's going to help with mineral absorption. If you just have a vegetable that you eat with no salt, no fat, it's going to taste bland and you're actually not going to absorb most of the nutrient value. I'm also going to add some fresh thyme right to the top. Okay, now we're gonna bake this in the oven for 30 minutes until these veggies get nice and tender. Okay, while our vegetables bake, we're gonna go ahead and make our topping. So add your cup of pork rinds, as well as 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. And if you wanna be dairy-free, you could use nutritional yeast or just leave the cheese off, as well as a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. When our veggies are done, we'll spread this over the top and bake it for another 5 to 7 minutes just to let this get nice and crunchy, and then we'll be done. Okay, it's been 30 minutes and our ratatouille is ready to get out of the oven. Okay, our ratatouille looks amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove my thyme if you have these woody stems left, so that you don't have those in your food. Now I'm gonna add my topping. Just sprinkle over the top of your ratatouille. This is ready to go back in the oven for 5 to 7 minutes until the top gets nice and golden brown. Okay, Our topping is nice and golden brown. Now let's get it out of the oven. Okay, now let's get it plated up. This smells amazing. Make sure and get all your veggies and some of the sauce from the bottom. There you have it, folks, our baked ratatouille with a crunchy, cheesy topping. Thanks for watching New Leaf Table TV. Until we dine again, farewell, healthy humans. To subscribe to New Leaf Table's meal plan service with weekly meals and easy delivery through your existing Amazon Fresh membership, visit our website at newleaftable.com. And also, please hit the subscribe button to our YouTube channel. Today we're making baked ratatouille with a crunchy, cheesy topping. Yes. Okay. So ratatouille is a classic French dish. It used to be known as a peasant dish where they threw in all the season. This is So crushed up pork rinds are going to be a far more nutrient dense option. So crushed up pork rinds are going to be a far more nutrient dense. All right, now we're all ready. I'll need some espresso. Cheers. What's that kind of day? Actually, I don't want that there. I won't make it as pretty. This is gonna be tasty. When our veggies are done, we'll pull them out of the oven, put this on top. Spread this over the top. Yeah. Just sprinkle over the topping. Well, that is all she wrote, folks.